renamed it. I know I updated it.
Oh well. Well,
I know I hit that button. Well, we'll see what it comes up as. Okay, so still 16 to 20 ounces. It will be a urn rather than a mug, so the top collar part might need to be a little taller.
yes.
And I'll need to cut you a very small bowl piece.
Yes. And it won't need a handle.
This feels like 31. This should be roughly the right amount of clay.
Yeah, should be.
It's within range. And it's soggy, so cutting it a little heavier is not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
And you probably want like a 10 or 15 for the lid.
Yeah.
I'll cut you 12. What's that?
Yeah. We have beautiful gray clouds outside.
Yeah.
We have wonderful views of the clouds.
It's not panoramic, because it's,
Only on two sides.
yeah. It's not like you got the whole 180 view.
Well, no, there's a house on and a house on the other two sides.
But yeah, we did drawing for 5 days straight.
12 plus hours a day each time.
Yeah. We're getting as much as we could done prior to the event.
It's the first of
First of what?
July.
4? Yeah. Because
Between now and
NW.
August.
yeah, in just over a month, a 5-week period.
Yeah.
Because there's A&W, July Coronation, Enum Club, and plumbing stuff to ship out to Penzing.
Yes.
We don't go, the pottery does.
Gets to do the cross-country trip.
Yes. That guy.
I don't think we like the, travel conditions that boxes have.
No. You pack us up and ship us at the cross country.
I don't think so.
Yes, no. There it is. It's going through the sheets. This sheet. Was it this sheet? No, it was that sheet. Because we also have,
Also, the clay got to sit and moisten for like
yes, because we are in desperate need to go out and we need to order in more clay.
Yeah.
And what clay we did have was very hard. So all of it had to be opened up and like a quart of water added to each bag.
Yeah.
And then you just have to be patient and let it soak in.
Yeah.
Equalize.
Yeah. It's a zen kind of thing.
Oh.
You have to just chill.
Question. We have an order placed this morning for an Isnik jug, 72 ounce. So the pitcher. Do you want to do that out of the white stoneware like the tankards?
Probably be a good idea. Does that way it have a better match?
Yeah, it'd be a better color match.
Yeah.
Start marking off these lists. I need a pen in addition to all the colored felt tips that I have to mark thrown the large piece, which gets to be off camera.
It's a surprise gift for somebody.
Yes. There's like two 11 to 14 ounce goblets and an 11 to 14 ounce beaker. Those sound like easy pieces to do.
Yeah.
And going through the, looking at the things that are in the cabinet of unfinished wares, we don't have any stoneware beakers. Just
I was
period.
gonna suggest beakers anyways. 'Cause
Well, there we
it'd
go
be-
then.
It'd be easy.
And, yeah,
Then it requires no handles.
yes. It's only one of the pieces we threw today need handles. But that's more than just handles. It's drizzling outside again. There's
Think
somebody
dry
outside
thoughts.
working on a car. And you think dry thoughts for him. Oh, he's inside. That's too much clay. But now you need slightly more clay for the beakers. I tell you what, doesn't think that we're streaming. What I could do is I could go up and close the slider.
Yeah.
Because I know we need to have a little, sign on the window that we can hang that says streaming.
There we go.
This isn't this large of a piece of clay. It shouldn't hurt to
There
pound
we
it to
go.
shape.
You know the lip is a little crooked, but it'll be better once, did trim once the cup is firmed up a bit.
Yeah.
So I know it's not even. I didn't miss it. I'm going to get to it once it firms up some.
There's a long piece of cobweb hanging from the ceiling fan.
It's just going to be a thing.
Yeah.
There we go. And now it's all nice and shapy. And hopefully the clay isn't so soft that it sags.
Yeah.
Which is entirely possible.
We can always come out and check on it later.
But if it does, it does.
Yeah.
There's not much you can do about it.
Calipers. The small calipers, yes.
Opposed to the big calipers.
Because this will be the style of lid that's like a bowl that fits over the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yes, you have the dark ball of cat directly above your head.
Yes. Let's see that in the.
And she was not terribly amused with here. I will set this down. Yeah.
Get this one over there too. Just put them over there.
Yeah. Just apply that little bit of weight, that angle. Ow, yeah.
That's not your ankle, it's your wrist.
Ankle, not ankle. Supporting the weight at that angle mini.
And there's the
Goblet, not open.
goblet.
Goblet or
Beaker.
beaker, yeah. Either one's acceptable.
Yeah.
Only was the 11 to 14 ounce size. And I figured I'd just cut the rest of the bag up to be chunks of
Yeah.
that
And
size.
that will be the string for the day. Just once I finish that bag.
Yeah. Which won't be that many pieces because the first like 60% of the bag,
Yeah. That was a lot.
half the bag. Thinking about the weights in it all.
Because the clay isn't terribly even in its consistency.
No. Well, let's see. And that right there is the reason why, hydrating clay isn't always a friendly thing. I suppose at this point what I could do is take the other moisturized bags and flip them all 180 degrees.
And the longer they sit, they also even out.
Yes. This was the bag that had the least water added to it. Technically, we would have had enough time to do one more glaze firing, but our hands cannot take drawing another day. Drawing and painting, nope.
Because you're sitting in one place.
Doing small, intensive motions for hours and hours. I did hear him go back out. He may have come in and gotten like a rain jacket or something. Where I set that sheet? There it is. It's gonna have vine. It's gonna vary into the block pattern.
Okay.
It's the one with the narrow band of vine work, and it's got the pinstriping between the blocks. That one.
Yeah. Not my favorite, but. It looks okay. I like the one with the big.
The big blousy flowers in the middle of the large round spirals.
Yeah.
My favorite, I think, is the one that has the long coiled with all the ridges.
Mm-hmm. That one's good too.
There. I've made a clay snowman. Mind you, it's more sort of a creeper because it seems to have 4 legs.
Yeah.
I'll bring it this way.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't
Put it
wait.
right there.
You handed it to me. I'll put it
Oh,
somewhere.
have it.
Yeah.
No, really.
Oh yeah. Because you didn't used to have such expansive shelf space next to it.
Yeah. I had about this much right here.
You had space enough for what? Maybe 3 pieces to land before I needed to move them?
2.
Yeah.
we finish up here, it'll be snack time.
Yeah, we're late breakfast.
Could have some pistachios.
We shall have because we spent so many days doing drawing and scribbling the other day. It's like my fingernails getting long.
Yeah, I trimmed mine this morning because they had grown. There are these things growing out past the end of my fingers. What it?
I was
What a
like,
nuisance.
yeah. I'm like, well, out of curiosity, how long are they when they start to annoy me? And like, about 30 seconds out past the end of
Oh,
the.
you measured them?
Yes, I just did. I was like, kind of random curiosity, the things you pause to think about while you are drawing for hours and hours.
And we listened to something on the TV.
Most recently, classic Dr. Who. Doctor is 4, 5, and 7.
Yes. Well, we started halfway through 4.
Yeah, so we went back to the beginning of 4.
No.
When we get back to key to time,
We know.
we've completed the loop.
Yeah.
My wrists are very unhappy. We have one more glaze wiring to unload. It is obviously just finished firing not very long before I got up this morning when we checked it around 6.
Yeah.
It was because it was still at like 2050 or something like that.
Yeah.
Considering how fast it drops that initial little bit.
Oh, yeah, until it gets back down to 700 degrees.
Yeah, and then it's slow. So slow once it gets down to that 700.
Oh, I know. I just heard some hilarity going on past that door. I'm sure I'll find out what it was.
You know how you said it's really slow once it gets down to about that 700 mark?
Oh, is that what you were laughing about? Because I
Yes,
heard
it was 700 exactly.
Oh, that is funny.
That's why I laughed.
Got it out.
Yay!
Oh my god. The amount of debris in there. I'm surprised that thing had any cooling at all. There's probably literally a cubic foot of debris that was between the radiator and the grill.
From about
Did
4
nobody
states.
ever vacuum off the front of the radiator?
No, I didn't know you were supposed to.
When it's covered with leaves and pieces of paper cups, yes.
Paper cup, wow.
Excuse me, styrofoam cups, so that dates it.
Wow. I'm not
And
sure.
I think that's not the original radiator.
Oh, it isn't.
Well, one, some of the mounting bolts are missing. There are empty threaded
fun.
holes where there should be extra bolts.
Hmm.
But evidently that's common because the one in the video, there's only 2 bolts on the top instead of the 4 there were supposed to be as well. He actually uses one of the empty bolt holes as a guide pin.
Here, hold still. Oh, some of that stuff that came out of the radiator.
Great.
There we go.
But I finally got the clamp free.
Good.
Well, if I couldn't get the clamp free, I was going to have to cut the hose and replace the hose. I don't have a replacement for.
Yeah.
I don't have a vehicle, and then it would have had to be back up the truck
the radiator on the truck, and is please check against truck before starting the repair, apparently.
Well, actually, please read 4 pages of boilerplate that's on every single radiator, because at the very bottom, it says, check to make sure not 18 3/4 inch radiator,
Yeah.
which is what they said there.
Yeah.
And when you've got, yes, from the 2-wheel drive straight 4 2.7 liter motor, you were saying that it bolts into the same frame mount, so of course it's a replacement.
Yeah.
And the 3.4 liter for the V6 is 23 inches deep, and has an intercooler built into it. But no, we'll say one for light duty 2-wheel drive is the same as heavy duty 4-wheel drive, and that way people will buy more. And many people will never get around to returning them, so.
Which will not be you. You will go, you take this thing
Yeah,
back.
I very carefully saved the 4 foam corners from the other shrink wrap.
Yeah.
They won't, and I will tape them in place, and I will box it all back up in its grease-stained, knee-printed box, because I used it as driveway padding,
Yeah.
and say, you sons of bitches, this don't fit. So give me my money back, or give me a really big credit. And I suggest perhaps you should discontinue this vendor.
Yes. The fact that you can,
The fact that it was impossible to find that it, yeah. And the picture for the ad is the deeper radiator.
so it's completely misleading.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, Amazon does not hold those kind of versions and they
Oh, I reported a review last week when I was looking at stuff, because the review was obviously created by a review creating bot tailored to Amazon. Because it said things
Yeah.
like, the manufacturer lists that this is,
the right part.
yeah, didn't say anything about whether or not it actually fit. It just basically quoted the ad copy.
Yeah.
That's no good.
No.
No bueno.
Done with this.
Might actually worry people that you guys have garages.
It's a wire tool. It's not a weapon. It's made for slicing clay.
A chainsaw is a tool.
Yes, it is.
A brush hook is a tool. Not a weapon. A steak knife is a tool. Not a weapon.
It all depends on how you use it.
My spider goes,
That's a tool. It's a rescue tool.
Yeah.
With its blade that hooks in like this. You can slide in and like cut
Yeah.
seatbelts.
An ice axe is of course just a tool. Despite the fact that one of the highest profile political murders on earth occurred with one.
But at the same point, you're disallowed carrying fingernail clippers on planes.
Well, you can have fingernail clippers again, I think.
Oh, I'm
You cannot
shocked.
have anything with a blade over 1.5 inches.
you can't have a ruler.
And you can't
You
have a
can't-
box cutter.
And you can't have a steel ruler. I know this because my teacher tried. He was a
Well, also,
wonderful professor.
the rules have relaxed in the last decade.
But
I've
is
watched
it
them relax while flying.
a 12-inch long steel ruler?
If it's smooth and blunt, it would probably be allowed now.
It also depends on the person carrying it onto the
Well,
plane.
yeah, there's going to be a
This teacher,
TSA judgment of threat.
this teacher, ponytail, usually wore tie-dyed shirts,
Oh,
cargo
yeah,
shorts,
he's not getting on the plane.
flip-flops.
He quite possibly isn't getting on the plane anyway.
He got on the plane, he just couldn't take his ruler. He's a wonderful teacher. I didn't mind the fact that he measured people's margins to make sure they weren't Yeah, you had to use it was stated 1-inch margins, it was stated, a specific font and a specific, font size.
Yep.
Because he wanted a paper of length.
Yes, and those requirements also add to readability.
Yes.
It's like, oh yes, I'll give you a paper, I'll give the large script, but I'm going to use block is my fault, not Times New Roman or Courier.
And with him it was Arial. It was 12-point Arial.
I don't like sans serif font. Oh.
changed it.
The default for Outlook is everything.
No, well, it depends on what version you're using.
Well, the new Outlook that came with Windows 11, at least for the government format, defaults to, no,
Government
it defaults to Calibri, which
Yes.
is another indistinguishable sans serif font.
If you
It
put
has
them
no
side by
character.
side, there is some visual difference.
Yes.
Hey,
But, I mean, I
you
think that,
showing off your camera.
I always like to do things in, I like Times New Roman.
I'm
To
a
me, that is-
Callisto.
Yeah. I like classic book fonts, and Times New Roman was the standard basically since like 1735 until pretty damn recent.
Hence the name.
Yeah. Well, and it's a modified Roman font.
Only 3 more pieces and today's throwing will be done.
Oh.
That's okay.
But, yeah, it's like it left the streak all the way down the bezel.
Oh, yes, I know. You need all the attention today, don't you, Nix?
I'm just ecstatic I'm not putting anything out.
Now you're halfway there.
Yay.
So in many ways, slightly more, because it's easier to go back together. It should be. And unlike the skid pan on the Tacoma, we'll be generous and call it a splash guard. On the
It's-
Yukon,
It's a flat piece of plastic that folds over.
it's less than quarter-inch thick ABS.
Oh, it's that black.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
black
No,
man.
it's behind, there's a black underdam under the bumper, and that is just for streamlining. And
there's
then
this
underneath
little
that, and the thing is, okay, it's plastic, it's flimsy, I'm sure I could snap it with one hand if I got the right leverage. It uses 19mm half-inch shaft bolts, 4 of them. Obviously, there's a real piece of metal that also fits there as an option. But the splash guard is like, okay, the 4 bolts probably weigh as much as the 2-square-foot piece of plastic. And they were very rusty.
I imagine so.
But then so were the lower fan shroud. Oh my god.
The vehicle is a 99 and it's spent 90% of its life on the coast.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as I said, I think it said the radiator could be replaced or at least removed once because it's got the radiator that's in there has frame damage. The frame has a quarter-inch offset in the middle of it. Yeah. And the yellow paint that was around the one nozzle is suspicious because that's what junkyards normally use for mark parts. So if they replace the radiator, they also
It hasn't been replaced in 15 years.
Yes, if they replace the radiator, they get it with a junkyard part.
Yeah.
That's the only, because the yellow doesn't
It
go
was
all the way
Humboldt
around.
County.
It wasn't any
It could have been anything.
Yeah, well, with the crack, did you crack the plastic on the front end that I repaired?
Yeah, that was a deer.
It was a
Okay.
deer. At least it was only a deer. It wasn't an
It
elk.
wasn't an elk, it was only a deer.
Might have been not the first deer.
No, I hit 3 deer in 2 years.
It was 3 deer.
No, but I'm meaning it may have hit deer before you got it too.
It may have.
required the radiator to be tweaked.
Yeah, it could be. Because, well, the
don't
location, Humboldt County,
But there's no
They're
real,
everywhere.
there's no metal, there's no frame damage of any kind.
yeah.
No.
Now that I've got all that, well, I still have to get the rat's nest of debris out of it, or, well, I need a trash can or a bag or something.
Oh,
Would you like a clay bag?
That's have more important uses, but.
Yes,
Why don't we have a trash can in the shop, in the garage?
The trash can is still in the garage. It's over by the water heater.
Ah.
Oh my
Which kind of
goodness.
gets buried sometimes.
It doesn't have a trash bag in it. Why?
Well, it's still a container that I can then dump in the garbage.
Why are you so enamored with belongings, you silly beast?
Because they smell. She's slutty, and she wants to share the
was always funny listening to Christopher and Anara argue.
Yeah, that was.
Well, my guess would be Christopher didn't always win.
Oh no, because Anara had claws and she did not use them.
Christopher had claws. They're probably fairly brittle compared to Anara's, but Christopher usually has claws.
Oh my goodness, there's
Like,
first storm.
what do you think I mean for the
I know.
At least get all that stuff cleaned out.
Do you need help locating the trash can?
I'll look for it. Okay, I've seen it.
Okay,
I've never seen it unless I had come out here to ask you.
Oh,
Yes.
for all over my face.
Thing is, Volcanic, it is very likely that they would have just used parts.
Yeah, because after all, you could save money if you just made use of used parts. Because I remember that being an option a couple of times when we had work done on the vehicle. They asked if you wanted salvage parts or whether you wanted new, and they'd give you the price difference.
Yeah. But yeah.
Did I get all?
You know, I had no idea there was all of that stuff, you know.
It's one of those things. If that's a regular maintenance thing, that's vacuuming off the front of the radiator. It's not one I've
News to
ever
me.
heard of.
Oh dear. Even if it's like just 15, 16 years old, the radiator, that's still an old radiator.
Yeah.
It had a small leak. My poor little car with over 300,000 miles on it, that isn't even from this millennia.
Yeah.
It's old. It is very well loved.
Thank you for cleaning me to break between my eyes there, Nix.
But really, what are the chances that two cars would have the same problem at the same time?
Oh, I know. Because both the main haulage vehicles developed leaking.
I suspected that it had a small leak. It was either the hose or the radiator. So I asked him, could he look at it? He said, well, I can fix that. Okay, cool, that'll save like $1,000 or better.
Yeah.
You know, because it was going to be somewhere between 1,000 and 1,800.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, is there a sun being now to sit in there? Oh, here we go. That's a little block of clay. Am I out of reach now, Nix? Hi. I'm glad that, the other camera has clipped nicely to the printer.
oh yeah.
And it's sort of suited there, kind of like the one over there, which does the main room overlook.
Yeah.
Because there's too many nesting points for the cats to have one specifically angled cat cam.
Yeah. This was a little bigger than it used to be.
Yes.
Same footprint, but a little bit more usable space.
Yeah. Because we no longer have the weird little atrium area
Yeah.
in between the shop space,
The garage.
and the rest of the house.
Yeah.
Come on, Clay, hurry up and finish throwing. I'm hungry now.
So am I.
My tummy gurgled.
I let out one gurgle, but it wasn't quite a gurgle.
Oh, of course bag just got squished.
This stuff is really soft. I think this stuff towards the end of the bag.
Bottom corners, yeah.
Yeah.
So in a way, it was best that we didn't try to throw another large piece out of this bag because the uneven parts were at the very bottom.
Yeah.
We still have to turn these bags over.
Yeah. Last piece.
Oh yeah, the bottom corners on these are gushy.
Yeah. Instead of being too hard.
Yeah, they're squashy.
Oh,
Yeah,
they'll get a couple weeks to even out.
Now that I'm turning it over, now that there was a little bit of water still left,
Yeah.
Uncollected.
Unabsorbed.
Unabsorbed, and it's going to be leaking out of the bag and the box.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like it's dripping on my foot. But yeah.
At least the floor's level.
Yes, it's not going to.
Doesn't make a break for it.
Is it dripping water? Nick's was like, what on earth is going on?
Like before, it was a deck, so of course it was slanted.
Oh, yeah. We have 11 bags being moisturized sitting in the boxes here.
Yeah.
That's not including the one that we used today, which was on the table, and I think I have another like 3/4 of the bag that has actually been heavily rotated.
Oh, good.
So that one should be a lot friendlier. That can be the next one that's sort of was out this color. There. How was it nothing to do? I can put the plastic back in the floor. Still like the fact that a good portion of our plastic at the moment is reused packaging plastic.
Yeah.
That's why you get those large sheets. You know, the ones that say, "This is not a toy."
No, but
Oh, is
it
that
is
the last
plastic.
piece? What?
Yeah, it's the last piece, but it is plastic and very useful
Oh, yeah.
in a pottery studio.
Oftentimes we get years of use out of one of those pieces of plastic
I know.
before it becomes too soiled for use.
Yeah.
Either it just develops too many holes. Okay, that's the last piece.
Is it?